This is Matthew Robert Payne, and it's just a short video to introduce my co-author and who's doing most of the typing and transcribing and editing of the books that we're producing together. Me and Tolu, Sarah Johnson, have produced 5 books in the last month. And we're going at a rate of 2 to 3 books per month. These are some of the books that we've produced. Most of them are talking to saints in heaven. All You Need Is Love by John Lennon. John Lennon speaks from heaven. In this book, John Lennon speaks about the reason, the thoughts in his head behind his song Imagine. He talks about his life in heaven, talks about the realms in heaven. There's 7 different realms in heaven, higher and higher realms with more reward. He tells of the 3 characteristics that get you promoted in the realms of heaven and how you go about that. Talks about where he is in the realms of heaven, how he's grown in his stature. It's a very beautiful book, and he talks about the suffering of Jesus, like suffering with taking part in the sufferings of Christ, and he goes into that. Another book is Sadhu Sunday Singh Speaks from Heaven, A Barefoot Apostle's Rebuke. This was a famous apostle, a famous evangelist, that prophet that walked through India and went on to Tibet. He walked barefoot. Part of the idea that if you suffer, it makes you more Christ-like. He had a healing ministry and was a great healer. He eventually realized that a lot of people were coming for healing and weren't getting saved. So he stopped healing, which his autobiographer was upset about. So he preaches a message to the modern day Christian through the pages of this book, and it's a bit stern. It's a bit rough sometimes, and it'll cause you pause. It'll cause you to pause. This 3rd book is God's Last Day Message to His Children, Volume 1, and this is the first book in what's going to be a series of 7 books, or possibly the books may go on for the rest of my life. This is an interview with God where I asked God 25 questions, and he explained at length. It's over 200 pages, and it's an extensive book, and we're in the process of finishing book 2 at the moment. So you can watch these and read these in a series. It's good to actually hear God speak more than half a page prophecy that you see from prophets, or a half an hour prophecy. There's hours and hours worth of reading here, and God really pours out his heart. He's really enjoying himself speaking. So Tolu is great, and she writes the questions. This is an extensive 700-page book, The Parables of Jesus Made Simple, explained by Jesus himself. So Jesus goes through each of his parables. This book came about with Tolu looking into each of the parables and writing questions for the parables, writing questions for Jesus to answer. And I went to preach on the parables, and after a couple of sentences, I realized Jesus wanted to take over. So it was originally going to be a book from me, but Jesus took over, and Jesus preached on his own parables, which is like a major sign that Jesus is coming back, that he's actually coming to earth and explaining his own parables, which for centuries have remained mysteries. This is an extensive book. It's 99 cents on Kindle, or it's free if you have Kindle Unlimited. I really encourage you to get this book and read it and put it into practice. And the fifth book is Jesus Unveils the Truth of the Prosperity Gospel. Jesus explains what prosperity is, the untruth in the prosperity gospel, and the error in the prosperity gospel. He names names of people who, if they don't repent, will end up in heaven. Names like Benny Hinn and Kenneth Copeland. The prosperity gospel is dangerous. It'll lead you into a life of coveting and wanting your neighbour's house and wanting your neighbour's clothes and possessions. And that sort of life of coveting can take you to hell. So it's a dangerous teaching, and it can lead people to hell. And I encourage you to get it. So Tolu is Nigerian, and she lives in Scotland, Edinburgh in Scotland, and I encourage you to follow her on Amazon and get her books. There's a rate of 2 or 3 books coming out each month, and soon enough, Tolu will have 20 or 30 books that you can follow. So I encourage you to check her out. God bless.